Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabrielle Kazaya. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we are on the road to 500 subscribers. Period. So, this series that I've been doing, if you're new to my channel, make sure you go back, watch the other videos. Basically, we're just doing like life in our 20s, how we're living, how we're evolving, what things we're learning over time, what tips I have for y'all to share, because you know, we all learn at different rates, and as long as I can help you and y'all can help me, then we're doing something right in life. Something that has been on my mind a lot that I really wanted to talk to y'all about and like just share some tips that I've been doing is just staying true to yourself. I think one, I'm in college. I'm surrounded by a bunch of amazing black women as attending Spelman College, but I'm also in the world of finance, and I'm around all these intelligent people who are super smart in financial services. I'm in content. I'm constantly surrounding myself with people who market brands and do these things, and it's like in all of these things you have to remember that comparison is a thief of joy. So how do you focus on being yourself, pouring into yourself, and showing up with intentionality so people can understand how you are different than the person next to you, and also you can remain your true self even when who you are is changing? Because as a 20-year-old person, I'm changing right now. I'm learning what I like, what I don't like, and the likes and dislikes I once had are changing. So that's the topic of today's video, so let's get into it. I think something that really triggered my thoughts in this before I even started filming the video was that we are living in a world who constantly is trying to tell us who to be. Whether you go on social media, and I think this is like my favorite thing that I can talk about. I remember when I was trying to like define myself and like understand who I was as a woman. And I think when you search up like and just read books of like how to be the best woman and show up for yourself as that, a lot of it revolves around femininity. So if you were to look on TikTok right now and search about femininity, it's going to tell you how to dress, how to look, how to talk, how to do all these things. But in that, it's like if you're following this one generic code of like how to talk, how to be polite, how to talk softly, how to do this, how to do that, it's also like you are going to lose how you naturally talk. Like I'm going to use jargon or slang from Philly in how I talk. If I'm talking to someone from Philly, I don't want to lose that just because that I want to show up feminine. And I think it's a lot about finding the balance of that. So when you are surrounded in a world that's telling you you have to be type A to fit the model of a woman or a girl or a student or whatever you were trying to be, it's very difficult to find yourself within that. And these are just some of the things that I've learned along my way on how to find yourself, especially when you're trying to rebrand yourself and reinvent yourself. So first, I kind of touched on this a few seconds ago, but comparison is the thief of joy. People say that statement so much and so blatantly that I feel like we sometimes tune it out, or it just goes in one ear and out the other because you've heard it so much. But that's the truth. Whether it's you looking on social media and seeing this girl with a handbag or this car and you feel like you want that too, so you're going to consistently compare not just what she has but how she looks, what she does to yourself. And that is not one, beneficial, or too productive for anywhere that you want to go in life, because it took her this path to get there and it's going to take you a completely different way to get there. So what I think that I try and focus on instead of that is just like, what am I doing in my own life that I can build off of to get to that point? A perfect example is grades in school. People will sit next to you in class and be like, oh, what grade did you get on this test? Or, oh, what grade did you get on that test? And you guys might, the person sitting to your left might fail all their tests, but do all their homework, all their projects, and get an A and still end with an A in the class. You may pass all your tests, not feel like doing your homework, not do as well on your project, and you still end up with an A in your class. And I say that to say that if you guys are consistently comparing and focusing on the comparison instead of focusing on what you individually can do better, you're going to get so lost in comparing yourself and saying like, oh, she did this differently and maybe I should do that to do this so I can get this grade, when you are both two very different people. And I think you have to remember, everyone is raised differently, everyone thinks differently, and everyone operates in a different way. So what works for her, you can ask her for that. You can help understand, like, okay, these are the strategies and tips that she used. Maybe I can implement this strategy because it aligns with what I typically do. But you cannot do the exact same thing. She giving you the blueprint is not going to work because you operate in a completely different way. So what you really have to focus on is not comparing yourself. You can focus on improving yourself. You can focus on learning a new skill, learning a new habit, doing those things, but you cannot compare yourself to the other person because it's only going to lead to you feeling worse about yourself. And if you are degrading yourself and downplaying yourself while you're supposed to be growing to get to this next level, you're not going to make it there because you're so focused on what everyone else is doing. This ties directly into authenticity. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting to have this conversation lately, that while everything on, whether it be social media, or I really think social media is a great example, are comparing yourself to everyone else, you also have to remember about you. Like, what do you like? What do you want to do? What do you plan on doing in this setting? I have this one friend and she always talks to me about aesthetic pictures, like, you know, when they dim the light, like make it a little dark and have the photo looking like that. And that's cute and all, but she really likes vibrant, bright colors and posting with all these things. But because everyone around you is looking like something, sometimes you feel as though you have to assimilate to that. And I'm just here to remind you that you don't. Like, I want to create content that's authentic to me. The people who get it are going to get it, and the people who don't won't. But you still have to create based on what you want to do. You have to do things in life based on what you want to do, because if you don't, you are going to be more miserable faking it for everyone else. That goes into workout classes, that goes like into taking solo dates. I think that's why it's so like popular right now, and I think it's trending and it's a buzzword, but people don't understand the real importance of a solo date. You are doing something that is fulfilling you. You don't need anyone else there because you can do it on your own. Whether it's going to a mall, trying a workout class, going to see a movie, taking yourself out to a dinner at a restaurant that you really want to try. You have to prioritize yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. This is the biggest thing that I feel like I've been learning and focusing on this year, is to stop living in the niche. And I think I can say that and y'all are like, wow, like yes, but it's very real. I think for a long time I felt like I needed to have this ideal version of friends, like transparently. Like, I at one point wanted to have a large enough friend group because I saw aunts and friends and people when I was growing up with like these large friend groups, and everyone had their own relationship, but they still were like all bonded together and all this stuff. And I think a lot of it goes into like social media and like there being aesthetic for certain things, but you have to learn that you cannot live in the niche and grow. You cannot be in this one place that everyone else is and still expect to be the biggest fish in a small pond. So if you are anticipating for you to have all these things that you want, you cannot live in the niche. I think of that in content as well. Like, if you want to be a creator and you want to have a YouTube platform that is lifestyle content, that's cooking and cleaning and shopping and doing all this stuff, you can't only make cleaning videos because you're never going to do the other things. So you have to make sure that you're not living in the niche and only focusing on one area in life. If you surround yourself with the same people, the same friends, if you stay in the same places, go to the same things and never try anything new, you're never going to grow. So as long as you stop living in the niche, stop visiting the same places, stop doing the same things, and try something new, that is the way that you're going to grow and have the most optimal experience for yourself. I think about that in internships. In college, if you intern in the same city every year, you're never going to visit anywhere new. You're never going to know a place that you would enjoy living post-graduation. You're never going to see a new place, or like, you may hate New York and love Chicago, or you may hate both and enjoy Philadelphia, or you might go to Florida and have the time of your life and know that's where you want to move. So I think in everything, just having a growth mindset, being able to push yourself into the uncomfort. Like, you grow in discomfort, you don't grow in comfortability. So as long as you remember that, you will find the best place to keep blossoming. I think what I really want to just end with is, the more that I embrace who I'm becoming, who is this person entering into new rooms and discovering herself, the less that I feel that I have to be someone's expectation. Whether it's your own expectation of who you thought you were going to be at 22 or at 19, or someone else's expectation that they may have subconsciously put on you. As long as you put yourself in those places to grow and love your journey of who you're becoming, you will have the best possible experience of your life, because you only have one life and you have to live it. And I feel like as I'm going, like, each day, I'm trying new things, I'm visiting new places. I might drive down a different road on the way home to know what this street looks like. Those small things add up to big changes in your life. And as long as you keep pushing yourself out your comfort zone, you are going to end up exactly where you need to be. My biggest example this year of me pushing myself out my comfort zone is literally this YouTube channel. And I think I love y'all. I love our family and my supporters that I have on here, because y'all are not like our TikTok family or our Instagram family. We're very different, and we talk about the real things, and we get down to work, and we do business. And that is what we need to do. So make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video in this series. I love y'all so much, and continue focus on loving your journey and living in now.